All right, well, tonight, big doings. You have a chance to hang out with George Karl, one of the greatest coaches in Seattle history, a true Seattle sports legend, as part of a 25th anniversary celebration of the 1996 Sonics team that played the Bulls for the NBA title. And congratulate George on his richly deserved induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yes, joining us this morning, Sonics legend, Hall of Famer, George Karl. How does that sound? Hall of Famer.
I'm not used to it yet. I was walking in here, I think you mentioned it, and I'm going, oh, I haven't gotten used to that yet. I can't deny that it's very satisfying. I was always nervous about it. Kind of angry about it at times. But you know, appreciation and recognition goes up and down, and you get. But I like the reflective nature of it. You reflect back. You remember so many friendships, being with Sean and Gary and Detlef last night.
Yeah. It
was more powerful because we all got together and trying to bring the Sonics back into town.
Yep.
But we got together, and all of a sudden you're telling stories, you're embellishing, you know, what happened, and Gary starts talking trash.
As he does.
And there's a warmth and a strength and soulfulness to a lot of the things that have already happened, and the ceremony's not till September, so we'll hopefully have a lot of celebrations like today, have more, you know, more reflection of a lot of fun and a lot of success.
Okay, so how does that go down? Did you get the call from the Hall of Fame? How did they inform you, and what was your reaction when it came down?
It's a process. I think the first thing is you're on this long list, and then it gets shortened to a short list. That's the first step. They give you a call, hey, you've made the final exam. And then they say, we're all meeting on this day, and we're going to vote, and we'll call you on Monday and let you know. And that's what happens.
And what was your reaction?
I got quiet, which doesn't happen in my... You know, I said somewhere, I felt humble and quiet. And I said, those are two things that don't happen in my life very much. But it was reflective and, I mean, meditative, I guess. I mean, you go back and think all the nice things, but also how to be thankful, maybe. My time in Seattle is by far my most precious moments of my life and my career. Going to the NBA Finals, coaching Gary and Sean and Detlef and Nate and Sam, all those guys. And fortunately, those guys I think are like me right now. All they want is a team back in Seattle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think all of us will do whatever they want us to do. And I think that's exciting that you see I mean, even walking in Seattle right now, and my daughter lives in Olympia. I mean, we know it's close, but we still got to stay positive and do all the right things to make sure it happens.
How vital do you think getting a franchise back into Seattle is for the NBA from their perspective?
Come on, man. I mean, Seattle is an up-and-coming big-time city in the country. It's got maybe, I don't know how many people have been to the new building. It might be the best building in the country.
It's a gem. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
And then I mean, when you come into a new city, or if you want to go to Kansas City or St. Louis or San Diego, Seattle already has an incredible fan base. I mean,
look at the Kraken.
Yeah,
I mean, 33,000 season tickets licenses sold in like 20 minutes.
Exactly, and I think that would happen with the Sonics. And then you just gotta, I think, ever since the early 90s, basketball has blown up in Seattle.
Absolutely.
Not only pro basketball blew up, but high school basketball blew up. College basketball blew up. And now I think Seattle has some of the best basketball players in the world living here without an NBA team.
Right.
So I think it's just got a lot of pluses. And I'm sure the NBA has got to analyze all that. But in the same sense, I think the NBA will realize that Seattle's a hell of a place to have an NBA team.
You're darn right. And speaking of which, 90s. Well, I mean, we can talk about the whole run, you know, in the 90s with your Sonic teams. But 96, I mean, what a team, right? What a run. And, you know, if it wasn't for that MJ guy and the Bulls, you know, it would be a different conversation. But wow. I mean, this town was absolutely on fire for Sonics basketball right then. It was electric.
Well, to go 7 years with winning an average of 60 games, that part of history in the NBA doesn't exist. There might be 5 or 10 teams. I don't even think there's 10 teams. There's probably 5 teams that had that good of a run.
Right.
And of course, it doesn't have a championship to go with it. But the truth of the matter is, regular season NBA basketball is difficult.
Yeah.
And it's probably more difficult than playoff basketball. And we were very efficient. We brought excellence to the game of basketball. The city loved us. I loved the city because Ken Griffey was here. And, you know, baseball was my second favorite sport. And the city was lit up a lot.
Yeah,
by
and the
basketball.
Mariners were lighting it up, too, at the same time.
I mean, Gary and Sean brought the lob back into the back game of basketball. Now the lob, it happens. And, I mean, there's so many moments of, you know, going to the Western Conference our second year here, upsetting Golden State in my first year here, going to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, you know, now as the career, and in 96, I still say this all the time, and people think I'm crazy. If Nate McMillan was not hurt,
right,
I think we would have won a championship.
I think you have a fair point there. I mean, you took it to 6, I think.
6.
I don't think anybody even gave you credit for that. I mean, you sent it back to Chicago.
Yeah, being down 3-0, and I mean, we don't have enough time to talk about the mistakes I probably made in that thing, but in that series. But that was a special team, and you know, and all my life I probably are always going to have those moments where I wish I won a championship. And in a lot of ways, the Hall of Fame, I think I can rationalize as maybe a little bit better than maybe winning a championship. But you know, I can move on, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Take your victory lap, you know, I mean, starting tonight. I have one last question for you, and you touched on it with me before we started chatting here on the air. Being an NBA head coach, what does that take? You did it for 32 years with 6 different franchises. What does that take, being an NBA head coach?
Well, I mean, the easy part of being an NBA head coach is coaching basketball.
Right. The
strategy of the games, the preparation of the games. I was in a bar in Buffalo, New York once, late at night, drinking a few beers. And a drunk next to me says, "Well, what do you do for a living?" And the last thing I wanted to say to him was, I was a basketball coach. I didn't want to talk about basketball. And I said, I'm into ego management and attitude adjustment. And
right.
A lot of what a coach does is making sure everybody stays together. Stay away from blame and shame. Hang together, because you're going to have good moments and you're going to have bad moments. And I think the coach just wants the team to be balanced and prepared and play to their talents every night.
Okay, words to live by. The legendary George Karl. The 25th anniversary celebration honoring George and the 96 Sonics happening tonight at Dick's on Queen Anne before the Storm hosts the New York Liberty at Climate Pledge. Sonic legends Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Dentless Shrimp, some others will be out there as well. So come out, say thanks, and congratulations to newly minted Basketball Hall of Famer George Karl. Richly deserved, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to have you. All right, much more to come here on Good Day Seattle.